Now that your reader is running, it's time to configure the recipes. The recipe are your virtual spaces that will either enable or disable your tool controller, or PLC. To create a new recipe, click on the Create Recipe button. Here you will need to enter the IP address of the tool controller, or PLC, that you will be communicating with. Also enter the tag ID, separated by colons, and the port number at which you will be sending the messages. Once this information has been entered, update the recipe by clicking on this button. You will see that the device IP address, port, and tag ID have shown up here, and now it is time to set the angles for your recipe. Tune the recipe by clicking the button. Choose your reader from the drop-down to view the tuning options. When you've chosen the reader, you'll see the option to set the vertical and horizontal bounds. The first one you'll see is the horizontal bound. Click on the handles and drag the azimuth to the left or right to set your horizontal bounds. The lower one is your vertical bounds. Make sure the angle is contained within the handles. Move the tag to your second point to set the other side of the boundary. You'll see the angle has moved outside of the bounds, so we'll like to extend the angle to make sure the tag stays within this zone. After you are comfortable with the boundaries, you can change the signal strength by this slider down here. If you'd like more range out of the reader, move the bar to the left. If you'd like to reduce the range of the reader, move the bar to the right. You'll see that if the signal strength is not high enough, the results will be invalid and you will get a disable command. Make sure the signal strength is within the range. You can also control the damp factor. If you'd like the reader to be very responsive, move it to the farthest right position. This means there will be minimal averaging and you will get updates very quickly. If you'd like to require more readings and filter out some jumps or reflections, make sure the reader is set here. This will have a much smoother path back and forth. When you are finished with the recipe, choose Finish Tuning. To tune or make adjustments to existing recipes, choose Tune Recipes. You can see the previous configuration was stored, and you can move the tag in and out to make sure that all of your boundaries are correct. If you're outside of any of the elevation or horizontal angles, you will get an invalid message. Make any adjustments needed to make sure the tag is contained within the recipe. When you're happy with the configuration, you can resave it by Finish Tuning.